Hey there, guys. So it's Friday again. So I I guess I need to make another video about my current situation and life experiences. So yes, today I went to my old man's branch office and I um, well um, kind of helped him with his work and his current mental condition, which isn't so well. So I helped him with how to read and interpret the Bible, and I also kind of preached some of the good news and the gospel to him. By saying, you need to you need to see what truly matters to you, to us. You don't have to worry about your, you know, let's say your your future's well-being, or where you might be in the future. How you how bad or how good you might end you know end up being, or those sort of concerns, and as well as worries. So yeah, though though we tend to um, we tend to get possessed by by worries, by demons of despair, by by um, by by spirits of you know ex- excessive 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 worrying. So yes, and I I also did a bit of designing and development about my itinerary to Hokkaido, Japan, in year 2019. So as soon as I start, even long before I start to actually you know to actually put my words into you know in into practice when it comes to designing and travel itinerary. um, I found that quite difficult to to come out with decent a decent looking and a professional trip plan or an itinerary. Because there are just so many items to take into account. However, I seem to find I seem to have found some other business opportunities through this type of work. I perhaps I can make a living by designing and developing travel itinerary some some of the some of prestigious people from all over the world. So yes, I pretty much sense another and another new business opportunity to play with and to experiment with. So yes, so by doing this kind of work, not for others but in particular for myself, I also managed to I also managed to learn that we do yes, the the comfort zones, the comfort zones in theory and in practice quite quite affects quite can quite affect our ability and our determination to get something done. And yes, quite a lot of times, we do tend to, to misunderstand or misinterpret what, what we ourselves are telling to ourselves. When when I say those things to you, when I say those things to you, very truly I say unto you that we can even misinterpret our own feelings and our own thoughts. We are not necessarily, most usually we are not necessarily telling the absolute truth to ourselves either. So and due to the inborn or native built-in mechanism of sinning, we will almost always fail to completely know and understand ourselves even. Yes, and probably also due to the fact that God did not give us complete and utter and absolute free will. We will always certainly meet some sort of setbacks while we try to pursue the absolute truth, and that means we effectively lost the ability to pursue truths. In fact, we can only or in other words, we can merely try to seek the truth. Yet we cannot necessarily always find out the whole truth. At least I reckon so. At least I suppose so. Yes, according to my very own interpretations of the Bible, the gospel, and quite a multitude of either Christian mates or non-Christian friends of mine find my theory and my own interpretations quite agreeable and plausible and convincing too. So, well, I know things that sound convincing may not be the whole truth either. But regardless, I believe I have told what I'd like to told you for tonight. So if you do happen to have any questions or comments, feel free to post it below this video clip. And I shall see you on the next video on YouTube. And I will find some time to make a prayer video for those who are also visiting overseas locations, especially Hokkaido, Japan, or regional Japan. So, thank you again for watching and listening. Stay tuned, stay blessed, stay faithful, and I shall see you on the next video on YouTube. Cheers. Enjoy your New Year's Eve, and I wish you, not just I wish, but I hope and pray that you, all of you, each and every one of you, will have a fulfilling, enjoyable, and productive year 2019. Cheers. Bye-bye.